So hey guys, welcome back to Naturally Vanessa. And today we're going to talk a little bit about like behind the scenes stuff relating to the food companies, all right? So on my Instagram, I had shared a reel just, kind of talking about applying to be like a flavor specialist and then just kind of explaining a little bit like what that really means. And I shared in my stories just some clips from an old 60 minutes interview that was done about maybe like 10 years ago, which really shows like behind the scenes of how like flavors get made. And by flavors, I mean like artificial flavoring, natural flavors, just so you can really understand like what that really means. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that today. Okay, so a lot of people don't realize that when you see something like strawberry flavored or apple flavored or, berries or whatever the flavor combination may be, they're not actually using the actual ingredients. Like they're not actually using the actual product. So for example, if you see something that's like strawberry flavored, there's probably no strawberries in there whatsoever. And so what they do is they work with these flavor companies or labs, right? And so it's basically like scientists, like chemists who combine different chemicals together to produce a flavor that will mimic the natural thing. So sometimes it can take up to like 100 or more different chemicals put together to try to create one flavor. So you might look at it and it might say like, oh, strawberries, like this tastes like strawberries, but it's not really strawberries that's used for real. They just know how to mimic the flavor in the lab. Now, this doesn't just go for like fruit flavoring. This goes for like chicken. It goes for like packaged foods that have like a little like buttery taste or like saltiness to it or whatnot. It's actual artificial flavoring that they make. And so I'm going to show you a little clip from that 60 minutes interview of these scientists or chemists talking about the process of them creating a flavor, right? They get what the natural flavor is, they taste it, they get some samples from it so that they can take a look at the molecular structure and try to mimic something similar. And so just watch the clip and you'll see.
When they find something they like, they extract its flavor molecules from the fruit on the tree. Then back in the lab, they mimic Mother Nature's molecules with chemicals. Essentially what you do is you take whatever this smells like,
right,
and copy it.
Right, exactly.
And then I suppose you could, if you choose to, you could quote-unquote improve on it.
Exactly. Yes, we all the time.
The holy grail, a flavor so good, you can't resist it. 150 flavors: orange, tangerine, mandarins.
Raspberry is one of my favorite. I can't even fit all my raspberries on here.
How different can raspberries be?
Oh, very different, very different. Oh yeah, you can make them jammy, you can make them sweet, you can make them floral, you can make them seedy. It's endless, really.
And the flavor ingredients might not have ever met a raspberry.
I have butyric acid artificial, and then I have butyric acid natural.
All flavors are combinations of chemicals. Artificial flavors are largely man-made. Natural flavors come from nature, but not necessarily from what the label implies. For example,
strawberry creations.
Strawberry and vanilla flavor can come from the gland in a beaver's backside.
So what we do is just manipulate them and create with them and give the impression of...
Isn't that interesting? Now I'm gonna show you another clip. They're gonna show you how they create like chicken flavoring, right? And so you kind of see a little bit of the behind the scenes on how they go about doing that and all the different things that it's used for. So check this clip out.
What is this? Is this actually chicken?
It can be, yes. A lot of what you have in front of you is the chicken that has been translated into a flavor.
Translated on a grand scale in the Givaudan plant in Kentucky.
This is a chicken flavor. As a liquid in the tank.
An endless stream of brown liquid, part chicken, part chemical, all flavor.
This is the chicken we looked at in the tank right here.
Oh.
So this is the chicken in the hose.
You're a chicken in the hose, okay.
Chicken in the hose, right. We'll stretch this hose out and we'll actually load the liquid into these individual trays. It gets vacuum dried in the oven. and it comes out in a dry cake form. We'll grind that into a fine powder.
Chicken, just like Grandma used to make. It's used in soups, stews, sausage, noodle, and rice dishes. Chicken by the ton. Chicken for every taste. Our old friend Krusty Fatty. Chicken for vegetarians. Yes, chicken without chickens.
Okay, so last clip is just going to be a really quick interview that was done with the former head of the FDA. And again, this is about maybe like 10 years ago. But take a look to his concern with regards to where the United States of America is as far as food and consumption and just diet overall.
And much of what we're eating with these flavors, you have to ask yourself, is it really food?
Dr. David Kessler is the former head of the FDA. He is Dr. No. He's bent on getting America to kick its bad habits.
We're living in a food carnival. These flavors are so stimulating. They hijack our brain.
Kessler believes flavorists are accomplices, the hired guns of the food industry.
They make food super palatable.
What's wrong with that? Don't we want the richness of good taste?
Of course, food has to be pleasurable. It has to be desirable. But look around, Morley. Look around this country. And what do you see? Ask the rest of the world how they view Americans. And they will say, we don't want to look like them.
All right, that was a lot, right? So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments about what you thought about today's video, the clips that I shared, any questions or concerns that you have, or even other things that you want me to cover on here, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Bye.